Hey gang, welcome to the channel. I just want to do a quick review, not of these wonderful Todd McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man comic books, but this, the Epic Collection Volume 18 for Amazing Spider-Man titled Venom, which features, take a look at the back, meet Spider-Man's deadliest foe. Not that car! The web-slinger may survive mind-bending glimpse at a life of Mad Dog World, run with Dr. Octopus and Chance encounter, but the lives of Peter Parker and new bride Mary Jane will be turned upside down when his former symbiotic costume and disgraced reporter Eddie Brock combined their mutual hatred of Spider-Man to become Venom. So this is about Venom, Volume 18, 1987 to 88. I think I was 11 when these stories started, and here they are collected in this wonderful volume. Now, what are these Lucy's doing out here? Well, aside from my near mint collection of Todd McFarlane's, because I'm a big McFarlane fan, as a lot of kids from this era would be, I just recently started collecting as many of these low-grade McFarlane's as I can for reading copies. So this one here, number 302, was probably the first McFarlane comic book I got. Now, not this particular copy. This one I got for $5 Canadian at a comic book show. But you can see it's got spine ticks. It's a little bit beat up. Maybe some moisture here. Maybe I could get that pressed. But I'm not overly concerned because I wanted a reading copy. But it's fun to have reading copies because you can see the newsprint, the way the ink bleeds into the page, the smell of it. Can you smell that? Oh, yes, the smell of the inks. So it's fun. It's fun owning these. It's nice to be able to flip through. But now, look at that. Bunny Man. Yes. Oh, look at that Mary Jane. We are not reviewing these comics. We are reviewing... Sorry guys, these are all my low-grade McFarlane's with bends in the covers. I get to play with it. It's nice to have comics that you can actually hold and flip and not worry. And, you know, you can just enjoy them. You look at Terrence Trent D'Arby's records that are for sale, the ads. Very fun. All right, but we are reviewing the Epic Collection. So the Epic Collection has issues, as it says here, 295 pre-McFarlane all the way to 310 and the annual number 22, as well as Web of Spider-Man 33 and Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 133. So we're not going to go through every single page, but I want to show you. There's the credits. There's the cover art, which is fancy. And then they have it printed in that not high gloss, but that sort of color remastered white pages, not newsprint. It's a little slick, but sometimes the ink I find doesn't really grab. This isn't the McFarlane stuff. Let me fast forward here. Ooh, I'm going to show you some of the covers. That's one of my favorite Doc Ock covers. Now in a trade paperback. How much fun is that? Artwork by Alex Saviuk. I think that's the issue where Dr. Octopus may say, die, die, die. Is that his catchphrase? Is that the multiverse? Is that a preview of the multiverse? Look at Grandma Spidey and all the little spiders. And there's the mirror of the cover. Very cool artwork. Sorry, I think I have a cold, so sorry about the sniffles. But then, that cover as well, a precursor of the Venom costume for animated. Maybe. It's orange and blue, not red and blue, but still very cool. Loved Peter's hair back then in the 80s. And then, after this issue, 297, it becomes 298. Ooh, collected in a nice floppy trade paperback with white pages, all the Todd McFarlane art. There it is. Ooh, let's see, what's this? 299. Very good. And of course, first appearance of Venom, full appearance. And then issue 300, preserved in a trade paperback. They got the direct market editions in here. Very good. Looks just like the facsimile. Gorgeous inked pages by Todd McFarlane. And it keeps going because this is an Epic Collection and it's epic. See? Issue 301. And we go through 301. Pew, pew, bang, bang. Various inkers inking Todd. Todd inking. Ooh, look at that big Ditko-esque Spidey. Ooh, with the Nazi symbol. Controversial. Look at the cool action scene. That's one of my favorite pages. Oh, yeah, there he is, sticking. All right, so now we have some of these that we can compare. So there we go. The paperback version and the floppy version. Ooh, this one. Oh, this was a newsstand. Anyways, it's a little smaller, a little less glossy, but it still looks cool. Take a look at that artwork. Really neat. So you can see this is more like poppy colors, and this is sort of more muted because of that newsprint absorbing all that color. Let's see, what can I show you here? Is there any exciting pages? I mean, this won't have the ads, so that's a thing. But yeah, that's a comparison of the Epic Collection to the original. Very nice to have a pristine print of this comic book, but also fun to be able to look through this comic book. Look at that. There we go. There's a nice comparison. I don't know which one I prefer. I kind of like the absorbency of this ink. It makes Spidey, I don't know, it just makes it feel like I could draw that a bit more, whereas this is very precise. Very precise. So, a little bit more like, oh, I could never draw like Todd McFarlane. And this was a little bit more approachable, it seems, for me. Okay. Let's see, any other? Oh, yes, of course, the Mary Jane. Look at her. She looks like a Lichtenstein. Is that the guy? Ta-da. So beautiful. All right, so that was 302. Now, 303. Silver Sable, Sandman, her boot. Very neat, but the color's a little different. I prefer the color on the floppy, but let's take a look here. Ooh, oh, look. Oh, yeah, that is quite different, isn't it? I don't know, like the moon looks different. There's something about that newsprint, huh? Something about that newsprint, but maybe it just adds another tone of gray. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Here's your Mary Jane. Interesting, interesting. No double dragon. But yeah, I could go on. I could go on. Oh, how cool is this? Sorry. All right. You guys remember that ad? All right. But let's just just flip these pages so you can enjoy all this Todd McFarlane artwork. And while I got this at Metropolis Comics and Toys in Burnaby, BC, oh, there's that annual, I got it in the used section. But from what I understand, the subsequent McFarlane issues, 310 to 325, are being released in another Epic Collection, The Assassination Plot, in 2023, this year. So I guess whoever bought this either needed the money or he... oh, it's got Peter and Mary Jane's 80s apartment. Look at that bar. Look at that furniture. Right? Golden Girls meets Hooperman. Is that Bat Cow? No. So I'm excited. I'm excited that they're going to release that. Now, I don't have a Lucy of this, but I want, because look at that beautiful artwork and the webs. It's fantastic. Now, there is an issue I want to show you with an issue about issue 309, which is not this one. This is 305. So here's that. Boom. Oh, look at the Prowler. It looks like Spawn. There we go. I mean, look how gorgeous that. I think it's just a larger image, so the lines are nice and thicker. I mean, we should compare that. Oops. It's a little yellower. Maybe that's the thing. But there is an issue, not with this issue. This issue looks pretty nice. Precursor to Spawn. If you wanted a Spawn meets Spidey fantasy art, there it is, right there. Spawn meets Spidey, Spidey meets Spawn. Ooh, look at that action shot. 3D. Briefcase right in your face. Yeah, rhyming. Capey capey. Very nice. Ooh. There's the Action Comics homage. I never really thought it held together. I mean, I liked Spidey, the burning car, and Spidey putting it into the pool, and the 3D effect, the guy running away, but I never really saw this as an Action Comics homage because of the Spider-Man font, the colors. I know there's this little band here, but it's just such a Spider-Man comic. It never really looked like Action Comics to me, but I guess maybe if I had an Action Comics next to it, which I don't, I'd be like, okay, that's clearly what they're doing. So, oh, now that one wins the day for clarity on that one. I'll give you that one. Trade paperback. I'm so sure. But, like I said, I wanted to show you an issue with the next issue. Is it the next issue? Issue 309. But please, allow me to keep flipping for you to enjoy the beautiful artwork. Oh, it's one of my favorite scenes. It's one of my favorite scenes right here. Some guy brings a copy of his book to get autographed, and then he's got an Action Comics. Comic books? What? Are you kidding me? Or what does he say? Comic books? Or as Todd McFarlane would say, comic books? Oops. Gosh, I had this one when I was a kid. Had a crush on the girl in the miniskirt. And then Jim Salicrup says, "They're why I have to leave. There's a big comic expo at the convention center." And he takes off. A little later, someone hands it when Peter's tired. Like, next. Whoa. What is that comic? What is this? What that comic I was looking at? It's a present, but it must have cost a fortune. That is a loving relationship right there. The humbug. Very cool. Handsome fella, that Peter Parker right there. Gorgeous artwork. I love Peter's animated expressions and the design of his pages. Ooh, I wish I had a Lucia, this one. That's a great comic. Look at the background art. Ooh. That fella is obsessed. There's some homages. Now this, I don't know why, this is one of my favorite McFarlane pages. Just like the silhouettes of people running, except for the main characters, the eyeglasses, little silhouetted changing room, and then wah! And then all these different faces, and an action shot. He's literally jumping out of the panel. I just love this page. I love Todd's art back then, and also now. But how spidery he made Spider-Man. What a good time. Ooh, a little cheesecake. All right. Oh, no, this is this one. So we're not even at 309 yet. This is only 308. Who kidnapped Mary Jane? Woo! Woo! And there's a comparison of the front cover splash page. Because I guess we're doing that now. Very cool. It's a nice jacket. All right, let's flip through. Just a quick review. Oh, no. What's she doing to Mary Jane? Oh, very nice artwork. Oh, that's one of my favorite pages too. Just people talking, you know. But Todd was always able to make it cool, like it's a phone call, and he made it look cool. I'm gonna look in the comic book for that. These pages are great. The Taskmaster is sort of like Captain America meets Hobgoblin, and then I had a button of that artwork. Very cool. Pew pew bang bang, as Emco would like to say. And there's 309. So I'm gonna just sandwich 309 in here to show you what I mean. But first, let's just flip through this issue just so you can see Terrence Trent D'Arby and Michael Jackson, some G.I. Joe toys. Ooh, Freedom on a Stick. Sounds delicious. Oh, look at that. Whack right there. That's violence. As a child, that's too much. But I felt sorry for her and wanted Peter to rescue her. But I think she does the rescuing. There's that gorgeous page. See, the lines just seem a little, I don't know. There's something about how they absorb in the newsprint. Oh, and that graveyard looks really scary in newsprint. Webby looks sticky. Very fun. You can smell the ink on that page. Pew 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 pow pow crack crack slap. Word guessing. Very cool. Now, the issue I have with the trade paperback compared to this issue 309. So you can even see it on the cover. These lines are so thin and tiny, and her lashes look a bit thicker, and her hair even is a little bit more lush here. There's something with the issue of 309 where the inks just seem a little thin and almost invisible to the naked eye. So let's see if that translates to see if you see what I mean. So that's the splash page. Let's compare splash pages. Look at Spidey's red tights there. You can see the black on this is much more apparent than there. So I think something happened when it came to their scan of issue 309. Let me see if there's a telltale where it just sort of looks kind of blank and blotchy. Like some of the inks are just a little too fine and missing. I mean, this artwork still looks pretty good. Pretty good. But we're missing some of the detail. I mean, that's a good example right there. Okay, so we'll find this page. So you see where Jason Wynn, I don't know, that guy has a knife and she's got a fist smash and her eyes are all like that. Let's see if we can find it in the Lucy. I think you can see like the inks are just a little darker. Sorry, I'm trying to do these things with only 2 hands. You can see there's thicker pen inks. Ooh, nice teeth. Love the way McFarlane drew teeth. McFarlane, Todd. I don't know if we're on a first name basis. Maybe. Actually got to meet him once. We hung out and talked about being an artist. It was amazing. Okay. So you see her eyes are nice and lush. There's all this detail here. Ah, very alive and awake. And then in the paperback version, it just seems to disappear a bit. Maybe if I'll hold it up to the camera a bit more. So here's what I mean with the... Still very cool, still very detailed, but wait for the loose version. That's not going to stay open. Like, how dynamic and lush and thick that is. So I think something just happened with their scan, which is fine. Not these things happen. It's an old comic, so, and it's just that one issue that I have the issue with. Oh, and then there's 310, where it's like, is this Batman? Is this Batman versus Spidey versus Spawn? You know, because Todd did draw Batman. Just gonna flip through this for nostalgia's sake. Oh, great city scenes. A lot of cool shadows. Spider-Man's butt. Yeah. And then at the back, we have the omnibus covers. Life in the No Mad Dog Ward. Little one-off there from the 3rd annual. The letters page. Oh, I had that poster. Loved that poster. Todd poster, 1988. But yeah, what a great find in the used bin. If you do find a used one, you can use lighter fluid and wipe off the fingerprints and excess, what have you. And if you really find any muckety mucks over here, you can take some sandpaper, like fine grit sandpaper, and sand off the edges. But that guy wasn't too dirty, and it can help you also look back and enjoy your Lucy's. If anyone's collecting old, oh, look at that femme fatale right there. See, she protects Spider-Man. See, she was gonna be the femme fatale, the damsel in distress, but she ended up being the hero. You hit the jackpot, all right. But yes, I recommend the Epic Collection. I think it's epic. I think it'll help you enjoy your floppies even more, for the fact that if you have near mint copies, you can keep them for the covers, keep them in the bags, and you can flip through and enjoy the stories and the artwork. And if you're a huge nerd like me, you can double up your collection and start buying low-grade McFarlanes that you can just have around and enjoy like a kid again. Flip through, not worrying about whether you're rounding any corners or folding any seams or making any spine breaks. So yeah, definitely recommend the Epic Collection, Volume 18, Venom, which covers Amazing Spider-Man 295 to 310, and I'm looking forward to the 2023 release of the Assassination Plot, Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection 310 to 325. That'll probably include the return of Venom, that gorgeous 316 cover that we love so much. Get it at your LCS or wherever you get comic trade paperbacks. Thanks for watching. And enjoy these covers. Just realized, I think these are all Newsies. Newsy. 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 Not mint at all, in newsy shape. And the Epic Collection. Thanks for watching. Good night.